Welcome to Detailing with Mark. Today we're doing a follow-up test on this hood that I coated with CQUARTZ UK 3.0 over 3 years ago. How is it held up? How is it protecting today? So for context, I live in the Northern California Bay Area. I live far east though, so it gets very hot where I lived. This hood has been outside for over 3 years in up to 100-degree temperatures, always outside, always in the sun, pounding down on it. And you can see it's pretty dirty. It's not that dirty. It still looks pretty darn good. From afar, it actually still looks shiny, but let's soap it down. Let's wash all this junk off and see what's underneath, and is the ceramic coating still protecting? You can definitely hear those years of embedded dirt sitting in there. Alright, let's rinse the panel down. Right away you see no beading, no water sheeting. That doesn't mean the coating's not working, but it's not a good sign. We'll see what we're left with once we've actually soaped this thing down and cleaned the surface. But again, looks like there's no protection here. Let's take a closer look. Again, you can see there's no protection. The hood is still fairly wet. Not all the dirt came off as well, so telltale signs that it's not protecting. Let's soap it up and wash it down, get all that dirt off, and see what's left. Alright, as the dirt is washing away, we see pretty much the same thing. The water is very slowly running down the panel. It's not sheeting off. There's no beading. Essentially, all the water is sticking to the panel, even though the panel is completely vertical. That's obviously doing some sheeting, but we really don't see any protection here, no matter which way you slice it, which way you spray it with water. No real protection left here. We see some ever so slight sheeting from the top, but the hood is generally wet for the most part. The hood looks good. For a 3-year-old hood sitting outside, it's looking pretty nice. But yeah, no real protection appears to be left, except for the edges. The edges of the hood, which obviously go at a different direction and angle than the main part of the hood, which is flat. We see some pretty nice beading still left here, and some water sheeting as well. That's pretty darn impressive after over 3 years. To give ourselves every possible chance of success, I laid the hood down flat to see if that gives us any more beading or sheeting properties. As you can see here, I really want CQUARTZ UK to still be protecting, but it's pretty flat, no real protection here. Again, we still see protection on the corners, which is great and makes sense because the corners are not in direct line of the sun like the middle part and the top of the hood is, so presumably those are under less kind of damage from environmental conditions. And you know, CQUARTZ UK survived on the sides. I think it's pretty incredible, coming up on 3.5 years, but generally speaking, the hood is not protected anymore. Just to give you an idea of what protection looks like, here's Hydro 2 Light by CarPro. Spray it on, wipe it off. A great product. This will show you really quickly what water beading and sheeting looks like, and here we go. As we rinse it off, we see the product being evacuated, and then boom, on the top, water beading. As we get to the bottom, boom, look at that sheeting. And this is only with a garden hose, not a pressure washer, which does even better. You can see right away, applying this product has great results. The water sheets pretty good, and there's beads left as well. This is what a protected hood looks like. Again, standing the hood up vertically to accentuate the protection levels. Look at how fast the water sheets and the beautiful, tight, small beads left behind. It's a thing of beauty. Hydro 2 Light is great if you're in a hurry and on the go. This is what a protected hood looks like, and when the CQUARTZ UK 3.0 was first applied, it actually looked far better than this, but this just confirms that there's no real protection left from the 3-plus-year-old ceramic coating, which is not a surprise, really. Let's look back at the hood one last time. This is pre-applying the Hydro 2 Light again. Pretty flat. Has some protection on the sides of the hood, the corners, which is pretty impressive. I didn't really expect anything. Most ceramic coatings don't promise anything beyond 2 years. This was still protecting at 2.5 years. So at 3.5 years to still have some residual protection, I'm pretty satisfied with that. And one final comment here is, yes, there's no beading, there's no water sheeting properties left, but look at the quality of the hood. Would you have guessed this has been out in the blazing hot sun in California for over 3 years? There's no fading. The hood looks just like it did when I put it out there, and you know, that's pretty incredible. I'm very happy with that. I think UK 3.0 from CQUARTZ is a great product. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you found the video helpful. If so, please give it a like. Always love to see comments, and subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my future content. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.